Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, today we are bringing you a side-by-side comparison between two mid-range devices. This is the Galaxy J7 versus the iPhone SE. Now, we will be comparing them through different categories to see which one really is better for you and everything you need in a phone. Alright, let's start and break it down and see which one is the best phone for you. Now, our very first category is actually a tough one between these two. On this side, you have the look and feel, which I will immediately give the look to the iPhone. The iPhone SE definitely just has the better look. It's more quality premium style in terms of the overall look. However, in terms of the feel, I'm very torn because of the fact that for me, it's easily the J7. I feel like I'm gonna break this thing every time I touch it. It's so tiny, and I don't know. Like, it's that whole thing of like, did our hands get bigger? But this is just the tiniest thing ever, and like, I just feel like I'm gonna break it every time I touch it. It just feels vulnerable to me. I feel like it feels so fragile. And with this, I feel like I can drop this a couple of times and I won't feel concerned. And it definitely has a better grip because it doesn't have those sharp edges. So overall, I will call this one a tie. Neither one offers a real great look and feel combination. Overall, I think this is going to be a tie. It depends on your needs and what you like better between these two. Now, when it comes to web browsing, the first thing we always take a look at is the screen quality. And on these two, you have a 1280 by 720p display, giving it an HD resolution with a 267 pixels per inch. On this one, we're just below 720, coming in at 1136 by 640, giving it a 326 pixels per inch, however. So on this one, you do have better pixels per inch, and on this one, you have a bigger resolution, obviously because it's a bigger screen. Overall, the better screen pixels per inch will go to the iPhone, although you can see you can fit a lot more in the screen in terms of the actual website, with both having the font too tiny. On both of these, you can fit more on the J7 comparing to the SE. Now, let's go ahead and see how they do when it comes to the actual web browsing and loading the page. And the iPhone SE finished first, with the Samsung still going on the J7. And about to finish. It's still loading all the ads. And yes. So overall, definitely the iPhone SE was the quicker one when it came to the web browsing. Now let's see how they both move. Both move very well. Pinch to zoom looks good. Pinch to zoom looks good on here as well. And nope, on the iPhone you can no longer double tap on this small of a website. So overall, when it comes to both of these, both are fairly good at web browsing. However, since the iPhone SE does have the better pixels per inch, as well as having the quicker loading screen when it comes to internet browsing, you're going to want to go with the iPhone SE for quicker web browsing. Alright, now we're going to take a look at the sound quality between these two. Now overall, both should have similar sound, whereas the iPhone SE has the speaker coming from the bottom, the Galaxy has the speaker coming from the top back. So very different placement in between these two, so we'll see just how it goes. We'll start off with the Samsung, then go to the iPhone, then go back and forth. So when it comes between these two, it's really up to you. I feel that I have to call this a tie. Overall, the J7 has a louder speaker, but in my opinion, the iPhone SE has a better bass to it, and it just really depends on what you're looking for. I feel if you're looking for a louder one, which typically most people like louder, the J7, but if you're looking for more bass and just it doesn't get just a little off when it gets to its loudest point, I think the iPhone SE is going to be the better way to go. It's up to you, but we'll call this one a tie. Depends if you want louder or better bass to the sound. Spoilers, one's going to be better at watching video. And yes, we always compare this. Let's see which one is going to be better for watching YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, everything you want to watch online. What is going to be better for watching movies? On the bottom right here, we have the iPhone SE, and on the top, we have the Galaxy J7. And let's push them and see which one will do that better. So hopefully you can see the difference with these. Definitely, not only is the screen much bigger on the J7, but you have an AMOLED screen. So although it might seem closer from what you're looking at, what I'm looking at, it's dramatically different in person. It's just dull, dark colors on the LCD panel, whereas the AMOLED definitely gets brighter and definitely better vivid colors. So if what you're going to want to watch for movies will be, of course, the Galaxy J7. Now, when doing a camera comparison, the first thing we always take a look at is the low light. And in this one, it is pretty clear, especially when you zoom up close, that the iPhone SE is going to be the better low light contender here. Just overall, when you zoom into the J7, you get a very blurry shot. However, when you zoom into the iPhone SE, it's not perfect. There's definitely better out there, but it's still much better comparing to the J7. Overall, the low light experience will definitely go to the iPhone SE. Now, when coming to the details portion, this is a little bit more of a better quality for the J7. When we zoom in on here, we can see the PS4 pretty clearly on both, along with the titles. And when we look at the Disney logo, it seems to be a little bit clearer on the J7, although neither has it really in clear focus. Sphero looks a little bit better on the iPhone, and the Kingdom Hearts overall definitely looks clearer on the J7. Overall, went back and forth on these a little bit, but it just seems that the J7 does have a little bit better detail between the two. Now, when we go to color reproduction, we get a huge different story, and that is the iPhone SE just has way better color reproduction. Yes, when you have bright light with the J7, it definitely gets washed out. Both of these have pretty accurate color, but the whitewashing definitely just really takes a huge hit on here, whereas the iPhone SE is literally just a perfect image of color reproduction. Maybe a little bit off on the green, but everything else is great. But the J7 just definitely takes a big hit when it comes to it. Overall, it just really poor quality all around on the color reproduction, just because of the whitewash. And finally, we have our selfies. Now, on this selfie without a flash, I feel that neither does a perfect job. The J7 seems to do a little bit better with the low light and bright light, but overall with the picture for selfie, actual selfie, the iPhone SE definitely has a little bit more detail. And then when we go to the one with the screen flash and with the regular flash on the J7 seems to have a better one on that end. So overall, the iPhone SE is going to have the better camera between these two. It gets the low light point. J7 gets the point for the better detail. Color reproduction goes to the iPhone SE. And selfie is a wash simply for the fact that the cell phone with the SE
has a better regular selfie, and the J7 has a better with a low light flash. So overall, it's going to go for the iPhone SE. It's going to be your better bet for camera quality. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, thumbs up. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.
Now, when it comes to gaming between these two, it pretty much is an easy comparison. Although the J7 has a bigger screen, the iPhone SE is going to play those games much, much better. The J7 just doesn't really have a graphics card or processor made for running games very smoothly, whereas the iPhone SE has iPhone's current best processor on it. Therefore, definitely when it comes to the better gaming experience, you're going to have a better experience on the iPhone SE. Now, overall, when it comes to battery life, both phones are actually really good compared to even their high end comparables. Really, with these two, the iPhone SE really has a better battery life compared to the iPhone 6S. And with that same vein, the Galaxy J7 has a better battery life than the Galaxy S7. Why is that? Well, that's the benefit of having lower specs and lower resolution screens, is that you actually get more battery life. And while these do have somewhat smaller battery life compared to some of their bigger counterparts, overall they both have really good battery life. However, when pressed, the J7 tends to do a little bit better in terms of a side-by-side comparison and daily usage. The iPhone SE definitely gets you through most of the day, but falls a bit short, as where the J7 will definitely get you through a full day no matter how you really use it. Now, with these two, I will say that we started them off both at 100% when we started this comparison, and they're close, but the iPhone SE is at 94%, and the J7 just dropped down to 96%. So overall, between these two, the battery life will be better on the J7. It tends to last about an hour to 2 hours longer compared to the SE, depending on how we use it. Both have great standby time, both have great battery life. The J7 just has a bit better when it comes to overall battery life and using the device. Now, when it comes to extras, really the iPhones always have an uphill battle when it comes to this, as that they don't really have many extras. On this one, you do have a fingerprint scanner, which is the main extra that you have with the iPhone SE. However, on the J7, you do have a couple of added benefits. The first one being removable battery, as well as add-on storage capability. And then, of course, you have an entire flash on the front, which is going to be great for selfie taking. So overall, when it comes to the better overall quality in terms of extras, you're going to get more bang for your buck with the J7 when it comes to the extras category. Now, overall, when it comes to the bang for the buck, both of these devices start at 16 gigs for each respective size. Now, the iPhone does give you the ability to go to 64 gigs as an option, but the J7 does have an add-on memory card that can go up to 128. So, when we go to the price point, comparing them, the J7 is definitely going to be the better bang for the buck when it comes to price. It is $239 at full price, whereas the iPhone SE is at $399. That's about two J7s worth for one iPhone SE. So although these are considered two mid-range devices, the J7 is definitely giving you a better bang for your buck when it comes to price between these two. All right, let's tally them up and see who won. When it comes to look and feel, the iPhone SE definitely has a better overall look, but the feel just seems to be a lot better on the J7 for holding for a long period of time, so therefore it will be a tie. When it comes to web browsing, the iPhone SE is the quicker to load pages on a consistent basis and has the better pixels per inch. When it comes to sound quality for music, the J7 had the louder sounding speaker, but the iPhone SE definitely had the better bass, so we'll leave it up to you and call it a tie. When it comes to watching movies, it's obviously going to be the J7 just for the better, bigger screen when it comes to watching movies. When it comes to camera quality, the iPhone SE definitely takes it, having the better overall image quality. When it comes to gaming, the iPhone SE will yet again take it, just having the better overall processor and graphics card for gaming. When it comes to battery life, however, the J7 will be consistently a longer lasting battery comparing to the iPhone SE. And when it comes to the extras category and even the price category, you get more extras on the J7 and you get a better bang for your buck on the J7. So therefore, when we tally them all up, the Galaxy J7 takes it, being the better overall mid-range phone for watching movies, having a long battery life, getting a lot of extras, and better bang for your buck. However, if you are looking for a better camera quality, better web browsing, and better gaming, you're better off going with the iPhone SE. Alright guys, hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up down below. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.